Hello, and welcome to coverage of the Cycorp Swiss Open for the custom standard format. I'm Caillou, and I'm joined here today by Sol Invictus and Tyrant to watch the match between AllWhoWander and Zoo, both of whom are in MonoRed Aggro. They've already gotten into it, with Zoo starting off by playing a Rotting Hellhound, and AllWhoWander playing a Minister of Zealots off of a Pyromancer's Wisdom. So what do you guys think, based on the hands here?
Zoo looks like he's in a much better position to me. He's got a really huge tempo play available to him this turn with
Pyromancer's Wisdom,
Pyromancer's Wisdom
plus Goblin Ragemonger, and then swings out for minimum 5.
And AllWhoWander just does not have a threat-heavy hand. He has 2 more rituals, which he can cycle eventually, and a Phoenix Flames. That is...
Yeah, and hired hit killing a Minister of Zealots is going to be pretty nice when Zoo pulls that out.
I wonder, I think it makes sense to play Goblin Ragemonger and Waranga Firestoker this turn. Yeah, I was just thinking about, like, hired hit. Would it make more sense to hired hit the Minister of Zealots? But I don't think so. No. Oh, it is going to.
I don't think so.
Interesting. I don't think that was...
Huh. I don't hate it, but I don't think it's correct.
Yeah. So it's going to upload the mouse.
I am going to
hand. Hired hit kills the Minister of Zealots. Swings out for 3.
It does stop the production of feather bodies.
Mm-hmm. And oh god, AllWhoWander just hits another mountain. If you're AllWhoWander,
so I think you actually made a good read there. If you look at AllWhoWander, his turn 2 was Pyromancer's Wisdom into a hasty 2-drop with no other follow-up. That means he wasn't saving that Wisdom for 2 2-drops the next turn, or a 4-drop. That means he didn't have a 1-drop in hand to play that turn, which implies a very threat-light hand. So you capitalizing on him having to use the Wisdom that way, I think was very clever, given the information he had.
That makes sense, yeah. Is hitting a threat off of...
In what ways, like, even if you...
grabs a Blitz Suit, can't cast it this turn, because already cast Pyromancer's
How is it...
to Phoenix Flames to kill the Goblin Ragemonger. So you have Zoo playing a Pyromancer's Wisdom of his own, using it for the same reason that AllWhoWander was, trying to hit something off of the journey. Yeah.
As a very minor upside, he can use it to download that mountain.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to have to do that.
Nearly nothing.
Jesus, having yet another mountain here is not the look that you want to have. And also this Waranga Firestoker being a 1-1 because he didn't play it last turn. Another problem.
Neither player has a lot of gas right now. AllWhoWander with the vehicle he can't crew and a Wisdom. This is a low resource game right now that Zoo is barely ahead on.
Yeah. I like Zoo's top decks.
Another mountain from AllWhoWander.
I was going to say that
Jesus.
Well, Wander is more creature dense than Zoo.
Yeah, so Wander's more creature dense, but when you have creatures on the board, I think top decking removal is often better than top decking.
And that goes back to punishing Wander for having a creature light hand.
Wander hits another mountain off his Pyromancer's Wisdom. Both players are getting flooded like crazy. Yikes.
He can hit for 3 with a Blitz Suit here. If he,
no, he can't because he doesn't have another power on... Oh, no, he can. Never mind. Because Blitz Suit itself pumps the Cleric. So, yes,
Blitz Suit's ETB, so, he hits for 3, but...
That is just this turn, though.
Ooh, I don't think the Phoenix Flames is worth anything here yet. I don't think you use it.
I Phoenix Flames the Cleric. You're ahead on board, and you know that Wander... Oh, wait, he already cast 3 of his Pyromancer's Wisdom, that's right.
Yeah, and then...
But one way that...
One
way that Wander could get back in the game is...
Sorry, I was thinking to, like, Zoo's mind, Wander has, like, 3 cards in hand, so you want to save the Phoenix Flames for something more high impact. Like, I guess this Tempered Oncle him.
Well, yeah, I do think you should save it. There's a very real chance that Wander top decks something substantial. And you can just deal with the Cleric.
Oh, and Wander swung for 7 life there. with the ETB from Tempered Onclum, 1 from the Cleric, and then 3 from the Blitzsuit.
Notably, Zoo has managed to become behind on life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is going to swing for 5 here, so put AllWhoWander back to the same life. But, of course, now it's like the initiative is in Wander's favor.
This race, yeah, even with a Phoenix Flames in Zoo's hand, is pretty close. Any top deck could swing it very easily.
Zoo seems to be thinking about whether or not to attack.
I mean,
or whether or not
Zoo should gain life
as
here
well,
rather than...
I think if you're Zoo, you just go for the throat, because you have Phoenix Flames.
Notably, Wander's deck is haste heavy, burn light. So Zoo just holds back the Anculum, holds back a creature. He doesn't have to worry about burn.
So it looks like, yeah, Zoo just decided to drain Phoenix with, or drain AllWhoWander.
Oh,
Squalling Screecher. Oh, that's a problem. How does that play out here?
top deck Squalling Screecher.
So that's 3 plus 4. Oh, that's exactly lethal.
Yeah.
Wait, he plays the Squalling Screecher if he...
Oh wait, no, that's not lethal because Zoo...
Tempered Anculum blocks the Tempered Anculum.
Yeah, so Zoo survives, blocks the Tempered Onclum. And then next turn... And
Zoo can win with
Zoo have lethal next turn?
Desperation, make the Fire Stoker.
If Zoo has the confidence to block the Cleric, not the Tempered Anculum, he definitely has lethal. Otherwise...
No,
Wander's only
if Wander's...
Because Wander knows that he should win.
Yes, because
Zoo
could have despaired the Fire Stoker, then cast Phoenix Flames for 7.
Yeah.
So he's forcing Wander to hold creatures back. And Wander... I mean, now Zoo can Phoenix Flames the Screecher, and they're back on board.
And then I think Zoo has a slight advantage because he has more burn in his deck.
I'll do 1, 3, 4. And then assuming...
I don't think it's productive.
Gonna see Resurrect.
Yeah, it has to Phoenix Flames, this Squalling Screecher.
Oh no, wait. Never mind.
And yeah, the Phoenix Flames puts the Resurrect off the table. Which, in a mono-red matchup, saying, yeah, they're going to get to 8 mana, seems kind of insane, but, this game's been a little bit abnormal.
Yes.
Notably, swinging in with the Anculum is definitely a bad trade for Zoo, because Wander doesn't have to spend an Anculum. He can crew the vehicle, then block with that, and he still has his 3/3. This is not the board Zoo wants to attack into.
Yeah, so Zoo is just going to pass, but...
We're really waiting for the players to draw... We're waiting for players to draw Evasion or Burn, otherwise this is a stall.
I mean, Caracal is technically Evasion, but it doesn't have haste, so...
And Menace doesn't break their life total. The other player would still die on the crackback.
But there's no reason to not just play it here, I feel like. At the very least, it's an extra blocker.
Yeah, and it's another Hellhound target. So, if Wander continues to top deck poorly and Zoo continues to top deck Caracals,
this is true.
That will build up to a good Hellhound.
Creatures are going wider is a form of evasion, and it's a form of burn because of Hellhound.
Assuming Wander just top decks another land here, how much damage will Zoo have next turn? Well, has a Caracal of his own, so never mind.
That's not.
Notably, Zoo still has the advantage because of Hellhound, and because that gives him the attacking advantage. Menace is on his side. Zoo just has far more resources, and Wander still can't safely attack into
Zoo
Zoo's
top decks a Phoenix Flames here, Zoo wins because Wander can't
here.
block the Caracal and everything else. Huh. Oh, Jesus. Another mountain. If you're Zoo, I don't think
Holy
you play
shit.
this mountain, though. I think you just keep it in hand to pretend that you have something.
I agree.
If the deck had draw spells, maybe, but it's not like it runs Frenzy. Like it doesn't run Burning Revelations. It doesn't run Experimental Frenzy.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm Zoo, I'm still confident that
Does Phoenix
I can wait a
have
turn.
Phoenix?
Notably, keeping a mountain in hand is not just good to retain information, but if you get a top deck hired hit,
Mhm.
you have a card to
Oh,
upload.
that is a good point. Yeah. Plays the mountain though and just passes. Oh, and that's a
I'm not-
Moronga Firestoker. How does that change this?
Yeah.
Still just a board stall?
It makes their boards more similar for one.
Uh-huh.
Hellhound is still there though.
Man, I think Zoo would really like a 1-of Blazing Wally right here. I know it's only the side, probably, but man.
Speaking about sideboards, Zoo's sideboard consists of 4 Squalling Screecher, 4 Shock, 3 Mountain, 2 Draconic Crevice, 2 Blazing Volley. My guess is he wants the 4 Shock and 1 or 2 Blazing Volleys. I'm not sure about 2 because some of the creatures in...
I'm gonna make an argument for Squallwing Screecher here. Haste is big when racing, and it can block another Squallwing Screecher.
That's true.
I just need to point out, RDW versus RDW, 14 lands across the field, and 1 land in Wander's hand.
Yeah.
So,
Then Wander's sideboard is 2 Higher Pick, 3 Brimstone Volley, 3 Blazing Volley, 4 Calamit's Gaze, 3 Pillar of Flame. He definitely wants the Pillars of Flame and the Hired Hit, and I think the Brimstone Volley.
I mean, I think, yeah.
Okay,
Some amount of
Brimstone,
Blazing Volley.
that card is really unimpressive without the Morbid. In this matchup, how are you planning to turn that on? Another burn spell?
Or you swing in.
Are you
I think,
planning
because
to
It
just
makes
like
arrogant
it?
attack
just
better.
offer trades?
Because if there was a situation like this where your opponent is
My
forced to
concern
block,
with offering
then you
trades,
can force them to
a lot
you can force them to basically lose, because if you block, you have to block because you die if you don't. And then I have Morbid on my.
How often do you see that happening in RDW versus RDW? Like, we've been talking about how this is not how the matchup normally goes. Normally it is a race. Normally you don't hit this many lands or a board stall. How often do you plan to be able to force blocks?
I mean, I agree, but then you can also hold back a blocker
fair.
and then block something, let your thing die or kill their thing, and then cast because it's an instant, and then cast it on end. I think it's versatile enough, and there's enough on board that I don't think it's as
If you're AllWhoWander, what do you take out for that Brimstone Fall?
I don't know. I'd have to look at that in sideboarding, but I'm saying that there is an argument for it being good in this matchup.
I'm just thinking there are a lot more reliable cards that don't have this hoop that might just become open fire in a race.
Oh, also, while we were talking, Wander decided to attack Cruise, the Blitzsuit with the Cleric and the Waranga Firestoker. So swinging and assaults the Pouncing Caracal. So is swinging for 8.
This looks like a pretty good attack to me. I think that
Yeah, I think
what likely happens is that you think it's a mistake?
Yeah. I think you should definitely be able to turn this into a win.
How?
So you should take 3 or take 2.
Yeah, you can take 2, and no, wait, don't
Then-
block with the
Then swing
fire
for what?
with the Hellhound.
Yeah, block
With the
with
fire
the fire stoker. Block with the fire. Oh no, Zoo. Okay, but if you, that's
But yeah,
swings back for 4. He still has 3 damage
you
that he needs.
don't block with Temperdanculum, you don't block with Hellhound. You block with the Fire Stoker, you block with the Caracal. You're dealing 5 just off of Anculum Hellhound, and then any top deck win.
Yeah, I think that's actually
So Zoo
yeah.
decides to, I guess, like change
Zoo,
the blocking
oh, man.
Caracal, but it's still blocking with Tempered Ongo.
Blocking, trading with Ankulum is not how you win this game.
Yeah, I don't like that block. Ugh.
So
Also, why blocking with Caracal over Firestoker? He has plenty of mana right now.
If he draws a...
wait, Phoenix Flames does it because because you attack with Rotting Hellhound, despair.
Nice,
That's
nice.
3 damage from the Baronga Firestoker plus Rotting Hellhound.
Yeah.
Phoenix Flames to face. Zoo wins.
Disagreed with the blocks, but sometimes you just draw a 4 damage burn spell, and it doesn't matter.
I think Zoo is like trying to like think through everything, but yeah, there's no reason not to just go for it.
I mean, you have to go for it. If Phoenix AllWhoWander has...
I guess he said despair, because I was about to say he didn't like despair visibly, but I guess he must have said it in voice chat. But yeah, that's game.
Game 1.
Okay.
Now, Caillou, do me a favor, look at Wander's deck list. What would you take out for Brimstone Volley, if anything?
Yeah, sure. Give me a second.
I feel like you wouldn't drop anything. I feel like it's just not worth it.
Let me take a look at Wander's deck list. Give me a second. Let's see.
I only ask you because you're the one recording.
Yeah.
Of course.
I mean, I'm looking. I think.
What do you cut as Wander?
I don't know. I think the only thing that I'm like kind of low on here is the Caracal, to be honest. And yeah, I think everything else seems like good main.
Notably, if you think Zoo is bringing in Blazing Volley, Caracal goes up. Caracal does allow you to curve out in a way a lot of other cards in the deck don't.
It is.
You cut
Phoenix
Flames.
It is hasty. It's more mana intensive than some of the other creatures. Like Baronga Firestoker becomes a 2/2 just by playing the deck, and is also hasty. So I think Caracal is a good card. I just think that if there's anything that Wander would cut, it would be the Caracals out of this main board.
Is the deck looking to cut the 1-drops though? Even if it's a less impressive 1-drop, the principle of the first Zoo deck was mana curve matters more than card quality, and I feel like that's very true in a matchup like that.
I think it would benefit from turning the 4 Caracals into 2 hired hits and 2 Pillar of Flames, and no other sideboarding. Like I agree, Simon, that mana curve matters a lot here.
Notably, those are mana cards though that do allow you to curve out. You might not be playing turn 1, but they still allow you to curve out in a way that 1-drops do, and that 2-drops do less.
Yep. They're great tempo tools, especially, and they make you not die to Unproven Hatchling.
And you really want removal when Zoo doesn't just have fewer creatures in the main, he has fewer creatures in the 75. Yep. Even if he brings in the creatures, you want that hired hit, especially if he does that. You can really catch Zoo with his pants down just by having a little bit of room. Now, here's the question. Which burn deck do you feel was better for the meta right now? The burn-heavy one or the creature-heavy?
In my mind, the creature-heavy one, absolutely. I think it just it applies pressure better. It's more resilient to removal. I think it goldfishes faster. I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% on that. I think the only thing the burn deck does better.
What do you attribute to Blitzsuit as a new addition?
What about Blitzsuit as a new addition?
How much of that do you attribute to the deck being able to utilize?
Both players have drawn their openers. We see that AllWhoWander has sided in both Blazing Volleys here, because both of them are in his opener.
I'm not a fan of that.
And I
think it doesn't rely on keeping that.
Meanwhile, if we look at
Unproven Hatchling.
If we look at Zoo's side,
Unproven
turn
Hatchling, and your only other creature is a 4-drop.
This is Wander's. I would be very surprised if Wander won this game, just based on the hands.
Zoo does only have 2 lands. That could hold him back.
Oh yeah, that's a,
He has
well,
2
I was gonna
lands,
say
but he has a
that's
number of
that's a
high
third
impacts.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, enough to cast and kill him, definitely enough to play magic.
I mean, if Zoo top decks a Pyromancer's Wisdom next turn, I think this game is over. Meanwhile, ooh, yeah, just gonna Pillar of Flame, then Proven Hatchling. Makes sense. If Wander hits a 4th land, then this starts looking a little bit better.
No Blazing Volley.
Mhm.
Wander could have cast Blazing Volley and chose not to.
I think he's trying to be greedy.
I don't think that he has 2. Is he expecting to get full value out of 2 Blazing Volley?
Oh, Wander might be waiting for a 2 toughness creature to be able to cast both, but then why did he cast Pillar of Flame?
Oh, this is disgusting.
Huh.
If you're Zoo, I think you just go Pillar of Flame,
Is
Shock. You don't want Wander to have 2 unproven hatchlings.
Yeah.
Like, I think
Yeah.
casting his own Squall would be ultra greedy
Don't
here.
let him... Like, even a Fire Stoker just gives Wander such an advantage here that you have to remove that.
And it's a very, like, it allows Zoo to get damage through. It's a very, it puts him ahead on board. It's just very tempo efficient, even, you know, not even disregarding the threat of
the main thing is
improving
it means he can
hatchling.
hold up hit, and if he plays a Screecher, he can hit in.
Oh, huh. I mean, I feel
Okay, you not going for a line of shock it, get in with the Fire Stokers.
I feel like you just shock Unproven, because Unproven Hatchling is like one of the targets that you want to kill. Like
Well, but you don't need to shock this turn. You just with.
I kind of feel like no, but you could have.
You get more damage in by shocking it. I think that's valuable in this matchup.
Mhm.
I think it's valuable to MonoRed in general. In fact, like.
Mhm.
I think
Ooh,
going for Squall is super reasonable here.
Yeah. I initially reacted like, oh, is that right? But it is right because you use all your mana.
Wait, what just happened?
You use all your mana. You has plenty of reason to believe that Wander doesn't have a lot going on right now.
And I think Wander just loses here.
Squalling Screecher to block.
But Zoo has the hired hit for it.
Oh man.
Zoo has hired hit plus Pillar
And
of
5
Flame.
damage.
That's just gross.
Yeah. This game is over.
Hired hit, Pillar of Flame,
And then
going face, swing out with all your creatures also wins for style points.
yeah.
Like, don't even bother with the creatures, just...
Yep, and that's game.
Zoo winning 2-0 with his
Oh, no, yeah.
burn heavy aggro deck.
Wander showing off the double blazing volleys. Yeah.
So,
I really think not blazing volleying the single Fire Stoker was a mistake. I'm not saying that would have won.
volley at all feels like a mistake. That could have been a much more live card.
I also think that Wander should have mulliganed that hand.
Notably, we said that we feel like the creature-heavy deck that Wander is running is better for the meta. That doesn't mean it's better for the mirror.
Mhm.
The use burn heavy list, I think we can all agree, was favored for the mirror.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I agree was favored for the mirror, but Wander in that second game really exacerbated that by making what to me felt like really poor decisions.
I mean, okay, I think Wander's
Exactly.
thought was Screecher is a high impact card. Unproven Hatchling is a high impact card. I just need to hit one more haster and then I can steal, and I can just like steal this game. I have a way to answer Zoo's like early creatures, and as long as he doesn't have bombs as well, I'm off to the races.
Not removing the
Yeah, not removing the Fire Stoker.
Not
was a big
removing the
problem.
Fire Stoker game one. I would argue blazing volley at all. What does volley even hit against you? It hits Fire Stoker, it hits Minister Zealots, and that's it.
It feels like a remarkably unreliable card in this matchup.
It feels like Wander brought it in because that's what it's like. Volley is supposed to be good here, but then it if you look at the actual list, it isn't. If that,
It's. I don't think it is. Though.
no, that's what I'm
What?
saying. I'm saying I don't think.
Well,
that
in
this
theory,
is-
Volley
like,
good against aggro decks might have been an idea without looking at the.
Are you talking about the me going just over his volleys?
yeah,
We are talking about Wander running Volley.
At all?
I don't think siding in volley was correct in this matchup. I'm not really even sure what volley is in this. Like, I guess it does
Frog,
something
honestly.
against crossing the
oh
frog.
yeah, it definitely is good against.
So what we do against
Again.
burn is we sideboard into more on a red is we
It's
sideboard
also-
into more red based removal, so we can do things like shock volley to clear off 3 toughness creatures.
I'll say that at Crossing the Frog, I brought in Volley for 2 decks. I brought it in for Tiki's Black-White Vehicle deck, and I brought it in for the life of me, I cannot remember. Give
It
me
also
one
kills
minute.
all of Zerapath's creatures in his blue-black rack deck.
That's
Yeah.
it. Zerapath and Tiki.
The net decks.
Yeah, the net deck.
Hey.
Those net decks.
Yeah, I think that's about a good place to.
So it's useful against like just the threat of having it in board is useful against like Spore Flow Protector as well.
Taking that 2-0 on MonoRed Aggro over AllWhoWander, also on MonoRed Aggro.
Wait, are you recording?